Guys, Colbert here. Welcome to another Race Challenges video. Guys, this one will be going over Iron Brago. He is the latest fragment summon champion. If you did manage to collect him, guys, then congrats. He is a fantastic champion. I think he's one of the better ones we had um like the past year. I think one of the better ones were Krila, this guy right here, Iron Brago. Uh, of course, of course, Rotos was one of the best fusion summons, but the fragment summons, yeah, I would say Krila and this guy are one of the best ones. Elegeos was nothing too special in my opinion, but this guy, I think he might even be the best one. I have 20 extra fragments, which I guess they'll stay there forever. But I did get him, guys. Here he is, and where is he actually? Yeah, here he is. Um, I did gear him up for focus on damage. He's a defense-based champion. He's a Nordic defense-based champion. Look at this guy. He looks so good. I just enjoy his looks. His kit is amazing. We'll go over that in bed. We'll go over the gear. By the way, the gear that I have on him, I've built it through the raid artifact enhancement, artifact optimizer tool that Hades made on his website. I'll make a video on that separately, and you guys are gonna see all the way through from start to finish on how to gear your champion through that tool. It just searches all of your champions' gear, and then you go in here, you just equip it, and it's exactly as the web page shows. So here he is. I'll go over the skills first, and then we'll come back to this. I don't have him booked yet, so he needs 4, 6, that's 10, and another 6, 16 books to be as effective as possible. I'm not going to book him for this video. I'll just want to see his damage potential there. It's not going to be optimal. There's no savage sets there to see his like 100% god mode damage, but definitely he is gonna be doing some good damage with the stats that I have. Well, let's see his skills first, and we'll go over to the artifact section next. So attacks one enemy on the A1, 20% chance of decreasing the duration of all buffs by 1 turn. Very basic, but it does some work. It does do some big numbers. We're gonna see that in action. A2, increase defense buff on all allies for 3 turns, then attacks one enemy. So increase the defense on himself also, and then attacks. He's a defense-based champion. This damage is based on defense. I already have a huge amount of defense on him. We're gonna see some big numbers. And he also has a chance to stun, which is great, especially if you book it out. It's a 100% chance. Fantastic, if you ask me. And then Battle Storm attacks all enemies, 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. Pretty good. You get this to 75%. I mean, for a defense champion, he's going to be surviving the hits more than other champions. He also applies a 50% decreased attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns if Iron Braggo is under an increased defense buff. So if he applies A2 first and then A3, then this one will also apply a decreased attack. I think it's great. It's just great. 3 turns cooldown for a 2 turns decreased attack debuff. That's pretty good if you ask me. That's why I've built him with the specific masteries that you're gonna see. But guys, what makes him unique and so great is this one. Bestow strength, the passive. Increase the defense of all allies by 10% of this champion's defense. So let's say you have 100 defense, you're gonna get 10%. Let's say you have 1,000, you're gonna get 10%. It's 10% throughout. So I have 5,300 something on him right now. So he'll give 500 and 300 defense to everyone. And especially the squishy champions, like let's say you went in there with a frozen banshee on the clan boss, that 500 defense might not seem much to you, but it's actually huge. You could build a 3,000 defense frozen banshee, and then this guy with 5,000 defense, and she would be at 3,500, which is amazing, an amazing boost for a champion to have. So let's go over the artifacts very quickly. I didn't get a specific set on him because of the stats that we're looking for. We're looking for as much defense as possible with 5,318 defense, 174 speed. This is good for dungeons. It's not good enough for a double take on the enemy. So doing 2 turns for every 1 turn on the enemies. 100% critical rate here is the maximum that we can get. And then critical damage at 259 critical damage with 5,000 defense and 230 accuracy. This is very specific by me. I could have 600 defense here if I wanted. I could have had 600 defense here and just go ignore the accuracy here totally, but I want to see an all-rounded build where he also applies the debuffs and he also does some big numbers. So this is why I built him this way. And then finally, masteries. I even went for War Master just for this all-round build. I could have gone for either Helm Smasher or Flawless Execution for that additional damage, but the build here overall is made for him to do as much damage as he can, but also the support tree where he would get some more accuracy, and also Master Hexer for that chance to extend the duration of his decreased attack debuff, which is honestly pretty huge, especially in the clan boss. If you do manage to extend it and you do have him booked, then it's going to rotate on a 3 turns cooldown and have it always up. So if you don't, then I would say you need to also have some other champion with a decreased attack to accompany him, because there's no other way around it. I did go for Evil Eye here instead of Lord of Steel. Evil Eye, I think it's an amazing skill to have on single target champions on their A1 on the default skill. It decreases turn meter by 20%. Very useful for faction wars, very useful for dungeons if you're just trying to progress through. So definite game changer if you can work with it and just selectively reduce the turn meter of enemies. So enough with this. Let's go over and see how this guy does in the dungeons first. Or should we go campaign? Let's go campaign first, and which is like the very bare bones test that you could have done with this guy. So his aura, by the way, is not an aura that is useful anywhere except for the Doom Tower. Increases ally defense in Doom Tower by 34%. I mean, I'm happy we were gonna have more auras for the Doom Tower, but it's not gonna benefit many of the end game players with this one. The new players, it might be beneficial. I'm thinking, yes, give more stuff to the new players because they might need that help for the Doom Tower. This is gonna be great for my free to play, by the way. If you guys didn't know, I have a free to play account. I do a series. I've been doing it for the past month or so. Look at that, 100,000. So 25 days free to play, and I also have Iron Braggo on there. I'm gonna do a separate video. 71,000 as an AoE from his A3 there, because he also had that increased defense up. I think that's huge. Without anything on the enemies here. Look at that. Pretty solid numbers. I'm excited about this guy. And remember, I don't have any books. 100,000. He just doesn't mess around in terms of damage. Look at that, 83,000. I'm positively and positively surprised. So guys, this is the team that I'll take him in the Fire to test out his damage. It's going to be Gertug there for the poisons on ourselves. We want to get that increased defense aura there. We're going to get that increased defense from this guy. What's his name? Drogul, totally forgot. And then, of course, Venus for that defense down and weaken. And I wonder what kind of damage we'll get out of this guy for his AoE. So, of course, the defense down weaken. And then, yeah, we'll do the provoke. We'll apply poisons on our team, which is going to give us more damage. And then we apply the increased defense on all allies. Remember, it does apply the decreased attack when you also have an increased defense on yourself. This is the AoE that he does. We're going to have the most potential here in terms of damage. We didn't use a Battle Khazar here because I wanted to get that lead aura for Iron Brago. So let's see. 117,000, not bad for an AoE. Definitely solid numbers for a defense champion. And then we finish off the enemy team with just a few other spells. So he's going to do his A2 now. And he's also buffed the whole team with a increased defense. So 49,000 and the stun. Amazing control there with this kind of team. So with Torment there for provokes and then also having a Drogul, I think there's no issues here in actually beating them. And the HP burns are now helping just wreck through that team. So I want to see him getting a turn. Come on. Everybody's getting a turn except Brago. So let's see Brago against this guy right here. Boom, 71,000 with that A1. Fantastic. Just fantastic. Let's just exit. We did love that showcase here in the Fire Knight. It should be the same in all other areas, but Fire Knight is where he is strong affinity. Ice Golem, he's going to be neutral. The same thing with Spider. But Dragon, he's going to be weak affinity. But even so, even being weak affinity, I don't think he would have any issues here in just helping do some damage. This one's my fast build that I have one extra champion here to just level up. So let's see. He did that 101,000 there with nothing really, just that increased defense. And then we clear off the wave. So this would have been the run with him. Definitely a solid champion to have. I would say that he is a game changer for new accounts, even for more late accounts as well. So let's go for the final test. I don't have faction wars open for Crips. For orcs, I would love to check him out for the orcs, but let's go to the classic arena. Let's do a refresh here, just to get some new champions here to see. Okay, this one right here, the Shazar team. Not gonna use my booster there. I want to use Drogul. Do I want to use Drogul? Yeah, I want to use Drogul for that increased defense to give me some extra damage. Unfortunately, when you have a speed booster that gives increased attack, the defense champion, it's kind of luck after this. But you know who would have been great here? A Doom Screech would have been a great booster instead of Arbiter, for example, but then you would lose the speed aura. So increase defense on everybody, and then we'll get the attack in and see what we can do. Okay, we got some numbers, but the increased defense on them really messed us up, to be honest. Okay, we got stunned. They're trying to attack here, but he's not really getting any damage done on him. There's the A1, 40,000. Big number there. Okay, and that tanky target. I would say that a more tanky team with this guy would have been great. So I'm just going to do an A1 here. A more tanking team, maybe even for defense, would be just amazing. So we'll attack the strong target. So this guy is magic. Yeah. So see, we get the weak hit there, but we did get War Master. So remember, guys, we also have War Master on Drogul, on Iron Brago. So there it is, 19k and 20k. So if I did have Helm Smasher, the damage would have been even higher. I would guess the big crits in the dungeon would have been up at about 150k. And then, yeah, if you had more books, maybe you could reach the 200,000 range. If you put in someone like a Battle Khazar in there, and then went for the increased defense through Iron Braggo first. So I didn't use Drogul right there. So we're getting a ton of weak hits, but even the weak hits do 20,000 damage there. Miscreant Monster does nothing, even though he is strong affinity, and we got the win there. Of course, it's mostly because of our gear, but let's do this one again. This one applies decrease defense, decrease attack. It's gonna be annoying. So yeah, let's just try it. Let's just try it and see. So we're gonna be weak affinity against Rotos. Not a good thing for us. Rotos has an ignore defense on his A3, which is our nuker champion. Our Iron Brago is a nuker with defense. So we're gonna have an issue here. And we're dead. It's fine. It's fine. We won't have an issue. We'll get the revive going, and we should be okay. Didn't manage there to steal the buffs. There's the boost. So try to reduce the Terminator here for this Rotos. Attack the Rotos as well. They don't have a reviver, so that's good. And then we'll try and nuke down Lissandra first. We did get a stun, which is pretty good. And then that fear. Oh, we survived it. We survived it. There's the counterattack there. No, wait, it wasn't a counterattack. What was that? Definitely wasn't a counterattack. We don't have the counterattack masteries. Have to check the video. Oh yeah, it was because the shield was broken. It was Drogo's Drogo's skill. When the shield is broken, he counterattacks back. So let's see the big AOE here on at least 2 targets. We're hoping to get a kill there. We got 3 kills there. Boom, I would say. And this team is a gunner. My damn series is just gonna be annoying until her end. And there we go. Definitely a nice showcase of his damage. I wouldn't say that I will build him the exact way that I did for all areas of the game. If you want to go for the clan boss, I would say put him in a lifesteal set, especially if you're a beginner. This set won't this gear won't do you any good if it doesn't give you the benefit of the lifesteal. If you don't have a leech champion, maybe, so you're gonna have some issues with that one. Definitely a solid champion, even without books, guys. This is why I love to do like a mixture of reviews on champions, because when you don't book a champion, you see where he can even get with the potential of putting books on him. 16 books are nothing easy to get, especially like free to play players. I know you're paying, guys. I do have my own free to play account. 16 books is like a dream. Until I start doing some ultra rare clan boss on my free to play, that's the only way I'll get some books, and that's months away. So Iron Braggo, solid champion. I do think one of the better ones, at least for 2021. It seems that they started the year pretty good, and let's see what we're gonna have for the next month. I think we're gonna have an old fusion to come, and that should be hopefully even better. Last year we had Rotos. Let's see. Thank you guys for watching this showcase for Iron Braggo. How do you have him built, and what do you think of him? Was he a good, fragment collection for you guys? Do you think he was a waste? Is he going to be a vault keeper for you? For me, I don't really have many areas to use him for, but he is going to be used for my free to play, and I'm gonna maybe do a guide on him on my free to play account as well, just to see how much progress I'll get out of Aaron Braggo on a free to play account. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already.